Hey guys, what's up? It's ET from Saga, the game that gets people sharing the stories and soundtrack of their lives. I'm back on day 17 of playing 30 cards in 30 days. Thank you so much for joining me here. I hope you're enjoying the series. I've been having a lot of fun going down memory lane. That's part of what makes Saga so much fun to play, is reconnecting with the music and the memories and the moments that matter to you and make you who you are. So if it looks like fun to you, trust me, it is. Get yourself a copy. We're on pre-order now on Amazon.com in the US, and you can buy it off our website, song-saga.com. All right, with that said, I'm going to pull a card. All right, today's card is cigarettes. Cigarettes. Okay. Well, I don't smoke, but I used to smoke, actually, for a short while. Yeah, okay. Cigarettes, okay. So I did my junior year of study abroad in Sevilla, in Spain, and I lived there for a year and went to school there for a year. And one of the things I decided to do to help kind of indoctrinate myself into the local culture and to really help me improve my Espanol was to get a job. Now, I was fortunate enough that I didn't actually really need to get a job. I was there to study and learn, but um, I ended up getting a job at this bar in a part of town in the Barrio de Santa Cruz where I lived. So I was lucky enough to live in the oldest part of Sevilla. It was beautiful, amazing cultural epicenter of Seville, and also kind of in a way of Spain. So it was just a fantastic place to live. And because it was the oldest kind of quarter of the city, it had all these amazing old little hole in the wall bars and places to hang out. And if you've ever been to Spain, you know the nightlife is called the vida de la calle, right? The life of the street. And so my job that I got was working at a bar, and like most bars in Seville, because it's Vida de la Calle, life on the street. The bar is where you go inside to buy drinks, but then everyone else hangs on the sidewalk and on the footpath and even in the street. And the funny thing about the bars in Spain, at least when I lived there, is every single bar only had one type of glass, and every bar had the same glass, and it was like a tall, what you'd call like a Collins glass, a very tall, skinny glass. And it didn't matter what order you made, if you got a beer or a tinto de verano or a mixed drink, they all came in the same glass. And part of brain, the brains behind this idea was, at least as I interpreted it at the time, was that because people would get a drink and then go out on the street and leave their glasses hanging around on the streets, anybody could go pick up those glasses and bring them back to the bar. But it also meant if you got a drink with your friends and you wanted to walk to another bar, there'd be like this old intercambio, they called it, an interchange of glassware. And it didn't matter what bar got whose glasses because every bar had the same glass. And I thought it was genius. As it turns out, it was a byproduct of Franco era communism. There only ever was one glass. But it made this interchange of glassware possible, and nobody even worried about it. It just sort of all came out in the wash. If people walked away from your bar with glasses, that was fine because people would come to your bar with glasses and it was no big deal. So my job when I lived in Spain was what was called a vasoero. And a vasoero is the guy who walks around outside the bar picking up glasses and bringing them back inside because everyone leaves them on the sidewalk and windowsills or wherever. So I had this job working in this bar in the Barrio Santa Cruz, in this tiny little hole in the wall bar where I was a vasoero. And because because sorry, my battery just did something weird. Because everyone smokes in Spain, and I'm going in and out of the crowd and in and out of the bar. It's like if you can't beat them, join them. So, and also it's a great way to make friends, because people ask if you have a cigarette or ask if you have a light. And so for a very brief period when I lived in Spain, I became a smoker while I was also a vasorero collecting glasses at this bar. And so the song that goes with it is probably Paco de Lucia. Oh man, what's a Paco de Lucia song? I searched for one, but I'm using my phone, so I can't So I'll have to let you guys use your imagination. But if you don't know Paco de Lucia, he's one of Spain's most famous flamenco guitarists, and I was lucky enough to see him perform, and it was a phenomenal experience. And flamenco certainly is a soundtrack to Sevilla and to a certain degree Spain. And so I kind of fell in love with it when I lived there, and still listen to Paco. So yeah, listening to Paco as a Basurero in Sevilla. Yeah, the song title to be determined, but that's my song and story for cigarettes. Does does cigarettes spark a memory of a moment or some music or a memory for you? I'd love to hear. Please share in the comments and let me know how you're enjoying this series. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow for day 18. Bye.